At this point, I'm just losing track of the days. And I'm just gonna get straight into it. So, welcome to the channel. My name is McDad, and I document myself every day building my business. Business model is LBOs. We're trying to buy businesses. We're not trying. We are buying businesses using debt, using leverage, and it's called LBOs, leverage buyout. You make money in a lot of ways through this process, but the overall idea is you buy a business, 3 times earnings, and you buy a bunch of them, and through creating synergies, the multiple increases as the business gets larger, or the profits increase, the multiples increase. So you buy for 3 times the profit, you could sell for like 6, 10, 12, 15, and then on. So you could sell for a lot higher of a multiple than you bought it for. Anyways, what did I do today? I want to talk about an idea, a topic, not as much as what I did today. Today was my off day. Today's Monday night, and it's 12:21, and I didn't do any cold calls today. I did a lot of stuff today, though. Today was a packed day. But I do want to talk about an overall idea, which is things take a lot longer than you could expect most times. I don't know if that's the right idea of thinking about it, but this is true for where I'm at right now. And I'll give an example. I'm kind of catching myself based off of a video that I made, I don't know, a couple days ago or a week ago or something. But I was talking about how I was hiring a new cold caller for my business. And I kind of like said that I did it in like a day or something. But the truth is that took me a couple more days, and today I finalized it. Today I added the guy on, and he's going to start making the first couple dials tomorrow. And this is going to leverage myself so much. I can't wait to see the results with this. I'm not going to lie. And this is kind of like a lesson for some of you guys. I don't know. If I succeed, then this will be considered a lesson if you want to kind of like analyze the whole thing. But I was debating on who I should get on as a cold caller. I believe in the idea of hiring fast, firing fast, because speed kills, right? So I was debating whether I should get a full-time person. I only want to spend like $500 a month on a cold caller, max. That's what I'm thinking. I know someone that spent like $200 a month, and his cold caller didn't even work full-time, but he was getting good results from it. So I wanted to try it out. So I was like, should I get someone full-time, get them to work 40 hours a week, but get them full-time, but they're not as good, right? So I'm paying them less because they're not as good, but they're going to work full-time, versus getting someone who's a little bit better and then getting them for only 20 hours a week, so half the time, but I pay them double. You see what I'm saying? Are you following? So like, you pay them double, but they work half the time, or they work double, but you pay them half the amount. And I decided to go with paying a higher amount, but they work less amount of time, because I want a better person. It's about the quality of the person. It's not always about numbers sometimes. So we'll see the results. We'll see if I was right about that. Maybe both answers are wrong. Maybe it's just you can never know. You just got to try. But what I was trying to say was things take longer than you expect it to take, right? And it's kind of like success is a building block of small like milestones, small like wins, small days building on top of each other, and then like boom, like you're successful. And I've heard that 1,000 times, and it's almost like I'm regurgitating, but I'm like seeing it in real life at the same time, where all the effort I'm putting isn't really showing. I'm getting to the point of like 170, 180 days of like at this point I just start losing count. And it's kind of like when you're like hitting that set and you get really tired, but that's when you got to start counting your reps. It's like the Muhammad Ali phrase of you only start counting when you start feeling tired. And I don't know if it starts at day 180, but I'm assuming if you're doing something for 1 year, 2 years, and you don't have any results, then like maybe it's time to start switching the strategy. Strategy, maybe not the overall thing, but definitely like a strategy shift. I'm changing my strategy all the time. The truth is, my biggest bottleneck is my job. I have a plan to fix that situation, man. But like today, I had to teach the VA on like how to use the dialer, scripts, and like what the overall idea of what we're trying to do is, and like everything, right? I'm trying to teach them how to work with what I'm trying to do. Yeah. I don't know, man. The main thing is like I was putting up my calendar and I was trying to figure out which days I'm free to even get on calls with the owners. And I picked like the weirdest times. Like I really didn't have time during the day, so I had to pick times at like 6 p.m. or like 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. Or like on Saturday I picked like what time? I think it was 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. like on a Saturday. Or like I don't care. Like I'll take a phone call at night. Why not? What else am I gonna do? Like this is the main thing I want to accomplish. And I don't think I want to pursue like any bigger deals in the beginning because I don't want to have because it's such a learning curve on learning how to build a capital stack. I'm definitely like it's a harder job to do and it takes longer. It's not that I'm like scared of doing it. I understand the overall idea, but yeah, I'm really just yapping at this point to be honest. But I saw someone's comment. They said if you give some more advice, you'd get more watch time. So I don't know. Like I'm in the mix. Like I want to talk about what I did every day, and then from that I could talk about advices. I always hear people talk about how if you change the way you think, you change the way your brain is wired, then it becomes reality. Like I saw one person say, like they always say like it's within, like you gotta like change yourself, like mindset. Well, I heard someone say that once they started taking full accountability for all their problems, that's when things started to change. It's like it's kind of dangerous to take advice, to be honest. Because one person could say that worked for them, and the next person like could say that's BS. You know. At the end of the day, everyone has their own situation, so no one could really give you advice. You shouldn't take any advice from me. That's why I don't like to give advice. Who am I to give you any advice, to be honest? But yeah, like I don't like. I hate the videos of people that just come on camera and they try to act like everything's perfect, everything's working just according to plan. It's not how life is. It doesn't work that way. You can't make a 5 year plan that goes exactly how you planned it. I would call that impossible. It's like a new definition of impossible. But also you gotta be careful when you say impossible, man. Basically, I need money. I need to succeed because I need freedom. I also do I want to emphasize this point for people that are working jobs while also trying to pursue something on the side to escape. And there's so many ideas behind that, man. But it's such a weird feeling when you come home and you're actually really like you're just dead tired. You worked all day, like at a job. It sucked most of your energy. Like you shouldn't have to come home. Like most jobs are set up to where you come home, you eat, maybe you watch an hour of TV, and then at that point, like you eat, sleep, and repeat. Like that's just the way life is set up for people in that position. But you want to escape so badly, You come home, and then that's when the work starts. I really felt that the other day. Like I was like sitting here, and I was like so tired. But yeah, I had I had a couple of very important things I needed to do that day before I slept. So it was important. But I was tired, and I was like falling asleep while I was doing it. And it's really a weird cycle. Like all I could tell you is that, at least for me, is that I know that if I just keep trying, it's all I care about, then I might have a lucky day. Whether that's my actual work or actually just luck, I will get that day one day if I show up every day. It's gonna happen. And it reminds me of like the other day there was a Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia fight, and Devin Haney got knocked down like 4 times or like 5 times. He just kept on getting knocked down, but he gets up like that, like right away. He just gets up. He just gets up, and that's like probably the first time ever where I witnessed it firsthand what not giving up could do. Like it's actually so powerful to not give up, because once he got up, it's almost like that like Goggins effect where like you like take someone's soul away from them. It's like someone like punched you the absolute hardest that they could punch you, and it still doesn't take you down. And now you're back up, and now you're coming after him again. And the person who punched you at this point, they're like, man, like I don't know what else I have. Like at this point, like now you start getting in your head like, what if he's able to catch me with a punch? What if I knocked him down, but he gets up and he still wins? Like that thought occurs. Like it's like you take control by not giving up. I mean, he still lost it. He still lost the match. I'm not gonna lie. But when he got up, I swear, everyone was probably thinking that. Like, what if he gets back up and he like catches Ryan Garcia with a nice punch? It would be like an insane story. It's like everyone kind of wants the underdog to win, and they all get that thought. It's kind of like a powerful position to be in. It's like Afghanistan, for example. Like they 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 won against America, against Russia, against Britain, which are three of like the biggest empires to ever exist, and they just did not give up, man. And they didn't do anything special. They were hiding in the mountains. They were all shepherds. They didn't have crazy weapons, but they just didn't give up. I mean, where else would they go? That's their home. They won. So it's like if you really don't have anything, you have nothing to lose. Then why would you give up? I mean, what's the alternative? The alternative really just ends up being a position where you just sit down and think of, damn, like what if I was still doing it today? Like what, you know, like that guilty effect. I mean, unless you don't really want it, man. Maybe people, I feel like most people don't really want it. It's really the truth. I feel like even if even if I've somehow made it all work, which I truly believe I will. I'm just saying it from the position I'm at right now. I don't know if I'd want to help out like everyone. Like I know some lazy friends of mine, right? And if they came up to me after like I struggled so much for years and years, like even before I ever made any of these videos, for years and years, failing and losing money and getting betrayed and backstabbed and lawsuits and a bunch of stuff that I had to overcome. It's like all these fears that I had to conquer. Even now, it's like even if I find a deal, what about like all the court stuff I had going on? Like I don't know. It's just I gotta keep going, man. But after going through all that, and I see someone I know who's lazy, and they want me to just give them the sauce, basically. It's like the sauce isn't really like I don't think it's like an action plan. Maybe it's more so of who you are, because one person could see like an opportunity to make money. Like for example, he could see like a bunch of people crying over um, like some kind of pain, something so bad that people are like crying over it. One person could see that and think of like that as an opportunity. Like, oh, if I could fix this and I could help these people, then I could make money behind that. Because this is something people are willing to pay for. I could see that, versus another person who's not worked on himself at all. He'll look at that opportunity and he won't even see it when it's right in front of him. He'll just think like, "Oh my God, that's so sad," and he'll never even think about it. It's like he's like blind. Like you have to like work on yourself to be able to see. And plus, even if like okay, you see 180 days of this video, or I don't even know which day it is, but you see all these days that I've been making these videos. Even more than that, it's been years, right? But the truth is, even if it worked for me like right away, that wouldn't be a better alternative, to be honest, because all the people that like get it right away lose it really fast. It's like you have to kind of stumble to learn. And even if you get it right away, like somehow you'll lose down the line and learn the lesson you're supposed to learn in the beginning, anyways. So it's kind of like, what would you rather have? Would you rather have everything and then lose it all? Or would you rather not have everything, work really hard, and then get it? I don't know. That's not really what I'm thinking about, but you gotta really like go through the 180 days of your own. Even if you're my friend, and I want you to succeed, right? But I see that you're lazy. Why would I give you the blessing so you could just lose it right away? Like you haven't learned your lesson. It's kind of like the movies when like the people go into like the mountains, they see the monks, and like they want to learn from the monks so badly, but the monk is like they give them like such like random tasks of like, yo, go clean this or go change the water, or like something very like outlandish. It's like, man, I'm not learning anything. And like I guess the monk is trying to like put them through some kind of like struggle, some uncertainty to see if they're ready. Something like that. It's like until you're ready, you'll see the master. It's the same thing as like until you're ready, you won't see an opportunity. You have to go through it. It's pretty interesting.